up, everyone? It's Gage here. Welcome to Buck That. And today we're discussing if Todd Bowles should be on the hot seat this year. Hold on. Gotta drink some water for my my day 2 of fast. So it's always a good time. But back to topic. Todd Bowles it was his first season taking over after Bruce Arians retired. His successor, and went 8-9 as a starter. Rough season, not a horrible record, but not good either. And it was rough. Tom Brady wasn't playing, like, his stats look great, but he just didn't play good in the game. Like, in the games, he didn't play good. It was like in the late in the games. That's when he gets yards and all the good stats. And overall, it was a rough season. Injuries. Energy in the locker room, which I would say Tom Brady was very angry. He was yelling at his teammates. Like, guys, be honest. Would you be fucking pumped and your guys like, get over there, make that play. Guys, what the fuck are you doing? Now, would you want a guy like that as your starting quarterback? You'd be like, what the fuck, bro? Like, dude, we're still trying to work together, man. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm doing my job. You know, you're not fucking throwing it to me. That's what Mike Evans should have responded when Tom was going a little hard talking to him. And we love Tom. He won the Super Bowl, but for me, like, Tom was on to good energy. He should have, honestly, to be honest, he should have stayed retired. You know, he had a great season last year, but he forced being back. He should have never came back. It was Tom was done, but he couldn't let it go. And affected the whole team. And, you know, I think it was addiction for Tom. You know, he was having problems. Like, even his wife was like, hey, let go of football and let it be your last year. Because I know they've been having problems with that because she's been wanting him to retire the last couple of years, which is reasonable. He's like in his 40s now, 45, last time he played. And, yeah, it affected the whole thing. But I'm getting off topic. Tom Brady, just his energy was off. And affected the whole team. And I would say Leonard Fournette as well, because he was like kind of mooning about Rachaad White getting time and him seeing less time on the field, but he didn't play good. He didn't play good enough to be a full-time starter. So I say Lenny was also there. Rachaad White he was awesome as a leader. He showed that and he played well, which I think he's an upcoming star, I think. But Todd Bowles, as we know, 2 years. He had a rough year with Jets. I think he only won, he had one good year. He went 10-5 or I think it was 10-6 with the New York Jets. Ryan Fitzpatrick and Brandon Marshall was there as well. They had a great season. I was hoping they'd make the playoffs. I was a fan of how they were playing. It was the only entertainment I had. Back then I was a Vikings fan back in 2016 or 2015. So I didn't really get too much entertainment. I was like, damn. There's a team you want to cheer for because they're underdogs for a long time. They haven't really been relevant until recently. And yeah, Todd Bowles, that was his only good year out of 3 years. He won like 30 games and lost like 50, somewhere around that. Overall his career didn't work out. He's been a really good defensive coordinator throughout his career. And I think his main specialty is special teams, secondary specifically, because he was with Cleveland. He did it with them and New York Jets as well at one point in his career. And Todd he helped us big time in the Super Bowl. Guys, be honest, we would have won the Super Bowl without Todd. Tom Brady, yes, he did. Yes, Tom contributed majorly, but the defense, Tom wasn't in control of that defense. Todd was, and he did fucking phenomenal. Helped us win the Super Bowl. And the offense did their job. Tom Brady working that magic. And Todd, overall, the couple of years, he did good. This year, you know what? I'll let it slide with Todd. You know, it was a rough season. Like I expected, energy, injuries, and he didn't get hired until late, so he wasn't really able to get his coaching stuff together or the guys he really wanted. And he didn't really have power to fire Brian Leftwich because Bruce Arians was a big supporter of him, and he he would back him up a lot, and so Todd didn't really have much power there until after the season. But that was Jason Light that made that decision because. So Bruce definitely affected things last year. Luckily, long as he sticks to his word, he said he will stay back and let Todd do his thing. So Todd, I'll give you a slide, but I don't think Todd should be on the hot seat. We're still kind of rewrapping. We're still rebuilding after Tom Brady. I'm not saying rebuild. I think we're really loading. Baker Mayfield, long as he plays his potential, I think he'll be phenomenal. I think he's going to be a starter. I just don't see Kyle Trask being a starter because I believe Baker seems a better quarterback to me. And this team, I believe we have a top 10 offense and top 10 defense if they play up to their potential. And yeah, I think Todd should. I think this year, I expect a minimum 8-win season like last season, but I think with better results. Hopefully, I'm guessing 9-10. That's my highest expectation, but the lowest I would say is 8. As long as he gets that, I don't think Todd should be fired this season. I think he should be given this season and next season. Because it takes time to really get a team together, and Todd's only really started as a head coach for the Buccaneers, so I think that would be the best part. And Todd, I'm not the biggest fan of Todd. I think Todd, he reminds me of Dennis Green from the Vikings. Hopefully he has his similar results, maybe with a Super Bowl win, it'd be awesome. But Dennis Green wasn't the best coach. You know, he brought in really good coaching staff, but the defense always sucked. The defense sucked bad. And he had a really good offense. Randy Moss. I'm not even going to say Dante Culpepper. I don't know why so many people are on his dick. But, no, he was not that good. Randall Cunningham, I'll say he was decent. You know, he brought all those guys in, brought in coordinators like Tony Dungy. He was defense coordinator for the Vikings for a minute. And I believe Mike Tomlin before he left the Vikings to the Miami Dolphins, or Arizona Cardinals. I mean, so yeah, I believe Todd. I think he's not good. I think he could be an average coach. You know, as long as he lets the offensive coordinator Dale Canales do his job, and he sticks to the defense and just the defense. You know, obviously he has to get involved a little bit as a head coach, but for the most part, staying on defense doing his job. And letting everyone else do their jobs, his leaders and everything like that. And Todd, I think, will be good. My hopes, this is my dream scenario, is Todd does his job. We're playoff contenders. It's been a couple years. And it's probably this is maybe 2025, and Todd decides to retire at 64, and Dave Canales takes over. Like, my ideal scenario is Dave Canales takes over Todd Bowles as a head coach, because I think Dave Canales is going to be a great offensive coordinator, and he's young, and Todd's like in his 60s, so I'm not. So hopefully he's not looking at a long-term scenario like 10 years or something. Hopefully like maybe 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 at most, because Todd's just not the long-term answer for me, but he is the answer for now, I would say. Like I'd be good with him for this season and next season. I would give him that chance, but if he doesn't meet expectations, then that's when he needs to go. But yeah, Todd should be fired. I think it'd be unreasonable to fire him after the season. I think he would have to do really fucking bad. Like, if he had a 5 to 6 win season, fire him. But if he at least gets 8 wins, then no. Because we're still kind of rewrapping after Tom Brady retires. So we're still working together. Baker Mayfield has a good season, then that's something to build on. And him as the future quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And yeah, let's get it, guys. 9 to 10 wins a season, playoff season. Let's go. You buck that?